All right, so come on in, take a sip. Let's Glühwein down on the Sunday crossword. Glühwein is that thing that's very special about Germany, but really about Europe during the Yule season. You get to where you really look forward to it, right? This reds and whites, they're spiced, they're mulled, and when you combine that with all the lights and the music and the people being happy, it's quite a beautiful thing just to walk around in the Altstadt, the old town here where we live, and just be able to take part in this. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to actually Glühwein down today on the crosswords? So let's go ahead and do that. Another little sip of seasonal solver's courage, and yum. Let's hop into our grid. So let's open this thing up. And what do we got here today? Okay, we have a John Lieb construction. That's a new name for me. Edited by Joel Faliano. I'm not saying he's a new constructor. I'm just not really familiar off the top of my head. So fantastic. Let's go ahead and hop into this grid and see what we got. And oh wow, okay, it just always hits me. Good Lord, it's like I know it's coming, but then I'm not really ready for it to come, right? So this is good. Wow, okay. So we're gonna start with a smack here and a Bartlett cousin. The only thing I can think of is a Bartlett pair, so maybe this is the boss pair. Not gonna fly. Voice heard by millions worldwide. So play down. Not really thinking of seeing a smack in here. Home of Oberlin College, and that would be Ohio. Let's see, that's not coming. Anything? Small talks, maybe chit chats. Okay, so not gonna fly. It looks like it's gonna be one of those Kind of right here. And so I guess smack. Voice heard by millions worldwide, and I'm just assuming this is S-I-R-I. I do not want to wake up my phone. So I guess smack could go to the other slang for kissing or snogging, as they would say in the UK. I think we may be talking about bussing. And so play down could be to soft pedal. First time I think I've ever seen that in the grid too. We'll see if I'm right. Blemish on a vehicle. Well, maybe a surface scratch. At least you could probably compound that out. Let's check and see. What a par 5 has never been on the PGA Tour, and I guess that would be aced, though I wasn't aware of that stat. Norman Vincent Blank, the Power of Positive Thinking author, and I think that's Norman Vincent Peale. But is it double E? I don't know. So Russia country house, and that's a dacha. Source of distress for a bull. Okay. Things to strive for could be ideals. All right, well, you know, like a weekly hit ground ball. Lilac or lavender could be a pastel. So, economist who wrote about an invisible hand, and that's Adam Smith. You might remember from your government 101 class, or at least American history. One of 15 boycotting the 84. I guess these would be Soviet Socialist republics. George Eliot's, that would be Silas Marner. Man, this is not your typical Sunday fare, is it? This one's going to make us work the whole way through this ginormous grid. Again, just like yesterday, this is really making me work. I love it. That's already crossed my desk. Maybe I'm aware. And these are the best ones for Sunday, though. So I guess this is a who me, in that nothing feels like it fits, except for maybe Adam Smith in Ohio. You see what I'm saying? So I guess John of Footloose would be Lithgow. Joker could be a wag. And org for John Cena and Roman Reigns. And I guess that's the WWE. So that weekly hit ground ball could be slow rolling. Well, I mean, and of course the theme of the puzzle is drive around the block. So let's see what we got. So we've probably got special ops, special operations, and youth sports level, and pee-wee, and took control, maybe led. So operate at a heavy loss. So maybe bleed money. That's never good. Unless you know it's a loss leader or something, right? Then I guess you want that to be the case. But address a gray area, question mark. I'm assuming maybe to dye that hair. I was wrong. Big deal. Maybe so sue me. So sue me. Name one. Okay, great. Dublin, Illinois. Grumpy friend. East Lansing School. Go green. Go white. Go Sparty! Best in a staring contest, say, and I guess that would be Outlast. My mutti was just telling me how she got into a staring contest with one of the locals here. Kind of funny. So, National Galerie, Modern Art Museum in Berlin, and I think that's the Neue. So I guess one leaving you in stitches could be a cut up. I was thinking a comic at first, but now I see. Power line. Villainous look could be a leer. So maybe emperors? Emperors. I have to sound it out funny, but emperors. So emperors. Maybe. Either of two wisecracking film critics in Mystery Science Theater 3000. This was a gas of a movie. For some reason, it kind of left me feeling the same way I felt after I saw Waiting for Godot. But, you know, whatever. Cinderella setting. Big name and travel mugs. I don't know. Toe the line could be to obey. Form of memorization wrote. And brouhaha, I guess, could be a stir. And so I guess we've got Yeti here. And, okay, well, I'm not going to know that for a while, and I don't feel like running it down. Cowardly lion portrayer. And I can't remember. Is that Lar? Is that... Brett Lar? I can't remember. I can't remember how to spell it. I haven't seen that in a long time. I guess that could be a layer, though. What do we got here? This might be basal metabolism. And so, Midwestern city where Pete Buttigieg was mayor, and that's South Bend, Indiana. So I guess Cinderella setting may be the Royal Ball, which is good enough for me. I'm liking it. Okay, so 1984 Sade hit. Okay, I know what that is. That's Smooth Operator. Was a huge fan of hers from the very get-go. I love all kinds of music. I mean, really, outside of bluegrass or the blues. I love music, but gosh, when I was growing up and I kind of weaned myself out of the punk rock thing, I found myself really loving the new wave and ska, but really I liked the glam pop groups, right? So I loved Sade. I loved Swing Out Sister and Basha and Johnny Hates Jazz. I could go on for hours here, right? You know, the Blow Monkeys, right? Good stuff. Gray Brown Shades could be taupes. And then so unbending could be Stern or Stern, which is the German word for a star. Volume options on an iPad. Okay. Holding that's hard to convert to cash. Okay, let's see. Machine waiting to, okay, let's try to get somewhere back here where I'm working. So, X exchanges for short. Alternative to iOS could be Android. Gotta remember, you're not, I went and opened up. Accidentally hit the wrong key. Put that away. Thank you. Let's just go back and just do myself a favor by actually looking at the keyboard. Sometimes it just makes sense for me to do so. And let me go ahead and fix this, because I've been getting really used to doing the Guardian, and so there's just two different ways to go about that. Mideast Sultanate. I'm going to start with Oman and see where that takes us. A Sears sphere could be an orb or crystal ball. X exchanges for short could be direct messages. So this machine waiting to enter the midst of this grid as suggested by the answers to the star clues. So I'm assuming this is maybe a hockey thing, and so that would be maybe a Zamboni, which is pretty funny. Not the first time I've seen Zamboni in here, but I'm liking that. Eastern honorific, business person bringing in buku box, and I guess that'd be a rainmaker. So cool. So volume options on an iPad, maybe ebooks, and I was wondering where that was going. Digits rarely given out in a bar. Well, of course not. Hey, I'll give you my social security, you give me yours. And what is that? Cable choice for film fans. I guess I'm going to do the movie channel. I say Oman. What is this? It's an Oman. Okay. And like Sanskrit, speaking of, Shri, and then Indic. Okay, cool. So let's get our little southeast corner done. Hopefully. Guesses of interest in the cell phone lot, and I'm assuming ETAs, because I don't know what an LD would be. It goes with the flow, and I'm going to go with lava on that. So Fooey, maybe Drat. Exam on which Ellie Woods got a 179 in Legally Blonde, and I don't know. I don't think I've seen it, but I guess she almost aced the LSAT, because that's what that would be. I think that a 180 is the highest you can get on that. I got a 154 or 55 on the LSAT years ago when I took it, but I never went to law school. Co-star of 1952's Moulin Rouge familiarly, and that would be Zsa Gabor, and I need to quit doing that. Okay, so Zsa, all right, and bad sound to hear when biking, and I'm assuming S would be that bad sound to hear. Courtroom figures could be DAs, district attorneys. So I guess holding that's hard to convert to cash could be a frozen asset. And so with that said, we got Mao Tse-tung here. Ride the pine, I guess sit is what that's all about. Leader of the Pink Ladies in Greece, and I guess that was Rizzo, but what her actual name is, I don't really remember. It's like a Betty or something, maybe. Always in verse could be air. So we'll deal with Rizzo in a minute. Incongruous would be odd. And so what do we got now? Man, that Glühwein sure is good. I got 2 cups a while ago, but I've still got to get through another grid, so straightened as feathers. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is preened. Now I got to check it because I don't know. Again, this is a very clever grid, and I'm not sure what to do with it all. Purveyor of lifeguard gear could be Speedo. It certainly, I will not be just ripping through this one today. 0 to 100. Actor El Gort of West Side Story. Isn't that Ansel? I don't remember that either. Dirt E words. Look at that P at the end. I mean, this could be a lifetime or a lifespan. If I put that in, because 0 to 100, what else could it be, really? because I think that makes this kind of a gossip. So yeah, that's good. I guess tots in Tijuana. Well, maybe babies or nenes. Info provider at a crossroads. Livestock feed. I guess that would be that fermented grain and stuff and hay. What is that thing called? Silage, I think. Silage. Summer on the Seine, and that would be été. No more jokes about my old French teacher. The jokes are done. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I do believe this is Ansel, but I don't know for sure, so I may be erasing that. I just don't know. Diving bird, I guess, could be a loon, and also, the great Canadian, aviary model. Not doing much could be idle, as in Eric idle. Info provider at a crossroads. So this your accusation is unfounded, sir. So maybe I do not. So maybe a signpost? The signpost up ahead. So, welcome to the Twilight Zone. So I guess quickly moves past in conversation, maybe glosses over. And so, yeah, I'm not going to be breaking any records today. Psalm here for the Song of David. Now, is this a lifespan or a lifetime? Settle down for the night. And we're got another avian term, for roosted, right? Musical phrase that I'm thinking this could be a riff, which worked. The land could be farmed. And so I guess we do have our lifetime here. And you feeling what I'm putting down? Or are you picking up what I'm putting down? I mean, obviously feel me. So fit for service could be 1A. Uselessly could be in vain. All right, so let's just try to get these cleaned up. Maybe we can do it in around 22 minutes today. Extra level of intricacy. Emmy winner born Alfonso de Abreu. So, and that's actually Alan Alda. I've always been a big fan of his. I was a small child when MASH came out or was in Syndicate. I can't remember, but I tell you what, I loved that show. I think it was on before I was born with 101 across. I guess it'd be added, add an added layer. Arrange as hair, maybe do up. Clamorous would be loud. So is this a you? The Corsican Brothers, author, 1844. And that would be Alexander Dumas. Very nice. Three Musketeers, the Count of Monte Cristo. One of my favorite reads as a child. Trickle could be to seep. And what do we got here? So I guess we got Jew up here. Well, apple pie, perhaps, for our symbol of Americana. Soft pedal, jettison, dump. Very nice. I'm going to go with apple pie because you can't get more American than apple pie or motherhood. Don't forget baseball, hot dogs, and apple pie and Chevrolet. What is that was? So a government investigation could be a probe. Accept as an excuse. Perhaps it's to buy. What a really great grade today, though. Cold comfort. Well, now I'm thinking, wish you were here, Pink Floyd. Cold comfort for change. And so I guess this is Betty, because it'd be Erst. And so what do we got here? Era of the annual Christmas Story marathons. I guess we got TBS. So tissues. I just really trying to make sure I don't fat finger something on the way. It's just so terrible. Très, putré, sigh. Defeated, maybe beaten. Inspiration for the Camaro and Firebird. I think that was the Mustang. Seems like I saw that in one of the movies about those things. I watch all the car movies, Understand, so to speak. Xenon, for example. Actress Barton of the OC. Machine, I can't remember his name. Rocky Debris, I think that's Scree. I don't know. Let's see. Expectation at the start of a hotel stay. Perhaps we're just expecting clean sheets to start with. I don't know. I know that's kind of an expectation on my part. Thompson of the Marvels. Let's see. Understand. What we got here? Xenon. Well, that's a gas. It's a noble gas. It's also the heaviest of the noble gases, and I think it weighs in at 56, but they got this down as a inert gas? Because I mean that too is true of it, but so I get this sounds like maybe Misha matures, maybe ages. Okay, clear in a way, unclog, I guess. Yeah, because I think this is scree. Untroubled would be serene, and I do believe we got that scree there, which is basically just the crap left over, the gravel left over after a rock or something moves or erodes. So I guess Wordle solvers and streaks go. Quit looking at your phone and drive. Lotion letters, perhaps SPF. Winter morning phenomena, maybe frosts. What's like the other word for that? Hoary. Understand, so to speak, so I gather what you're saying. Mr. Bigglesworth to Dr. Evil. Maybe a pet cat. Now, stat. Thompson of the manage C2 flashes sex. So I'm assuming this is Tessa Thompson. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know. Decorated a bakery, maybe ice. Comfort. Blank today. Positive votes. Clinch. Off in mob slang. I see what's going on here. Okay, I see what's going on. This is all eyes, positive eyes. The positive votes are eyes, and this is the ice rink. Very nice. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Seize. All these C's in line. Very nice. And comfort could be ease. And man, I hope I didn't fat finger something. How do we do, Bob? Good. You know, I mean, that 21-13 is not a bad time, and I like it. It's great. And this was a very, very clever grid from John Lieb. But I have a feeling we're going to have maybe an animation. So now I want to admire our puzzles so we can take a look and see what we've got going here. Sure enough, there goes the Zamboni. That is fabulous. And I was wondering that little blank that opened up above Zamboni. I was like, did I miss a square? But no, it just... perfect. That is such a great little animation. These are always such a pleasure when you get these. So beautiful, fantastic. Again, John Lee, my Glühwein to you, fantastic. Prost, Mazel Tov. This was fabulous. And I don't remember seeing anything really inelegant in here either. This was a grid that really held a high standard. Okay, I'm gonna quit just gloating all over this, right? But what a beautiful grid. Let's tap it on out of here, and we'll bring down our Padilla d'Adieu. And until we see you tomorrow for the Monday grids, including the Guardian Quick and the Mini, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin, au revoir. Be good to yourselves, be great to your friends, and be especially phenomenal to the people behind you in line. Take care now. We'll see you then, hon.